Yo, it's episode. Look, they already started already. I'm gonna keep that. Episode 9, DanYo&Tita podcast.
Yeah.
Special co-host.
Nate the Great.
Nate the Great.
Great.
How was the episode?
The episode was dope. Thank you. Look, it was dope.
All right.
I'm hungry. We talked about a lot of food.
You didn't get hungry.
Check out here growling, stuff like that. Everybody's covering the mics and everything.
All right, y'all. Check out episode 9.
9. Peace.
Yeah, check. Word on the street, DanYo got him beat. Followed by the lean perspective with dip clean. Ay, we got the facts, relax and kick back. Aisha and Tita got the sister social on tap. Let's get it. Say this is it. Now turn it up. Hit the bell and subscribe. You know what's up. Hotter than Arizona summers when the fan blow. Now welcome our hosts. It's Tita and DanYo. Whoa.
Live.
Don't never give us no cue.
No cue, nothing.
No cue. Just go in. We live.
Man, wow.
Every time.
Episode 9. The DanYo&Tita podcast. We back.
We back.
Another
I'm Daniel.
week. I'm Tita.
Aisha.
I'm Dip.
And ladies and gentlemen,
I am the Nate the Great.
yes. Our very first guest co-host.
Gracias, Dios mío. Finally,
Great.
somebody made it.
Episode Nina. That's dope, bro.
Word.
Yeah, that's a good episode to be on, man.
Right before we hit them double digits.
Yep.
Yeah, what's going on, Nate? How you doing, man?
I feel good, man. Thank you for having me. First and foremost, thank you for having me. I feel good.
Welcome.
Yeah. Nate is our special guest. He's part of the Support District Radio.
Content creator, copywriter.
You've been many things.
Many things, yes. Thank you.
Also, Nate has left a voicemail on one of our podcasts as well.
Yeah.
Which we have played before.
Nate has been a big part of the show since.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah,
what y'all
most
got going on
definitely.
here.
That's the shit, man.
How's y'all week going? Y'all had a good week?
It's hot.
Alright, man.
Yeah.
It is hot as hell.
Hot as fuck.
Pretty crazy.
It's not gonna rain no more for the rest of the year. I feel like.
I
Oh,
swear.
man.
One day
I'm
it
playing.
rain and it's not gonna rain no
I
more.
swear.
I feel like we're gonna get at least maybe 2 more rainstorms.
2 more rain days?
I
Two
hope
more.
so.
2 more.
It'll rain, man.
I just wanted one day to flood. Just one day, you know.
Flood.
Yeah, like a good rain. You know,
went
not a
extreme
real.
with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She wanted
Look,
extreme monster.
Tita's
Is it
extreme
some-
with everything. We ain't even.
It's like, come on, give
You
me
know
some
what these
rain.
people do when it flood? They gonna be out there stuck and all type of
Man,
motherfucking helicopters out there saving.
people can't drive in the
shit.
floods out
They
here.
can't. It's
You
true.
remember that one time it did flood out here? Cass was out here swimming in the
Right,
rain.
that's what I'm saying. Motherfuckers, you know, people.
Cass don't know how to act with the
They
rain.
don't have
Oh
it-
my
they mind ain't
God.
right.
They came in there.
rain out here.
They was
man.
out
don't know
there
what to do.
splashing and
Right.
all on the news.
Out there
saw
playing
both.
like that little bitty kids in the snow.
It don't happen
In
that
the
often.
rain.
That's-
Right. So they get to act of the fool.
Yeah.
Most deaf. So we're gonna do a shout out roulette. We're gonna get that popping. Special edition shout out roulette. We're gonna shout out all the episodes, all the shows that are part of Support District Radio
Yeah.
Network.
Wow.
I'm giving Tita back her shout out roulette.
What? She gets it back?
Tita is getting back her shout out roulette. After a couple episodes, she was suspended.
Wow.
She was
Damn.
suspended.
She was on
So I'm gonna
suspension, huh?
give you back your shout out roulette.
They give me so much power now. I might take that home.
But if you mess up,
Okay, there we go.
Wow.
He putting pressure
I
on you.
if
know.
you mess up, I'm taking it back. Matter of fact, I'm giving it to Nate.
It'll be great if they could do it.
Right. All right, let's get out. Let's just shout out roulette.
All right, shout out roulette of the week. So we have Pillow Talk, 10 p.m. and 12 a.m. every Thursday. We have Morning Grind, 6 a.m., 8 a.m. Then again, 8 a.m., 10 a.m. on Monday through Friday. Code Red, 12 p.m., 2 p.m. every Saturday. I am Fest. I manifest. 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Saturday mornings. Lawyer Johnson, Comedy Sports Radio, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Sunday Soul Show, 12 p.m. to to 2 p.m. and Swag on Heaven from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m.
What was the last one?
Swag on Heaven.
Swag on Heaven.
Yes.
And that's a support.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Support District Radio Network. You
Yes.
find those on My Radio Phoenix, also on SDR Uncut. Are we missing any shows on there?
I feel like we're missing.
Also, you didn't mention one. DanYo&Tita podcast.
DanYo&Tita podcast, I
He
guess.
messed up. Give back shout out.
See, he
Already
set
messed
me
up.
up. He's
He
all,
did set you up because you
read
know what?
exactly.
You know what? It wasn't even on the list.
I know.
Of shows. So he set you up
So
for
he
failure.
messed
He
up.
set me up.
You read it out loud. And
I
said,
know. He's like, here, Tita, don't mess up.
Hey, I'm just saying. You messed up.
Right,
How you
right.
ain't gonna mention the show you on?
Because I'm not selfish with that. That's all.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. We're trying to get
Are
a
we
shine
missing, are we missing
to
any
the show.
shows, Nate?
I know we have
Not
the
that
bro
I
show,
recall,
I
no.
think.
No,
Well, the bro show,
The
yeah.
bro
Right,
show.
it's an extension.
the
of
bro show, yeah.
Pillow Talk, yeah.
Ladies Night as
Ladies'
well.
night. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, show.
Yep.
Yeah, they have a bro show.
You all be a part of the bro show, aren't you?
Yeah, once a month. It's
Yeah.
an extension of Pillow Talk.
Word,
The
word.
ladies get on like every Thursday throughout the month, but
So
we
the
get that
fellas
last
get
Thursday.
once.
Exactly.
Okay.
So you got to get back at them, right?
Always, yeah.
Most definitely.
So
y'all,
that's shout out roulette of the week.
most definitely. Shout out Roulette.
That was dope.
Tune into those. Like I said, it's My Radio Phoenix, Smart District Radio Network, My Radio Phoenix, and SDR Uncut.
Yeah.
You know, check those times, and they're very dope shows. Every one of them was dope shows.
All of them.
So instead of the voicemail this week, y'all, I told Nate the Great over there, he can pick the topics that we start before our segments instead of getting to the voicemail. So
Wow.
that's on you,
That is a
Nate
lot
the
of
Great
pressure.
over there. 'Cause you are the guest co-host.
I have a this one's a little biased, but it was really towards the ladies. I want to know why women can be more misogynistic than men, but men get all the slack for it.
Oh shit! Look, don't be starting nothing on this show.
No, I'm just asking.
What's the question?
Let me, if you're gonna offend me, let me really know what it is.
repeat.
Tita like, hold on, wait,
Tita
wait,
was
wait.
like, Tita don't got her
Tita over here
dictionary
like,
on
hold
her.
on, wait.
So
What's misogynistic?
Because it sounds. Let me just be real with you. And I know I'm supposed to think before I talk, but that sounds kinky. So I need to know exactly what that
it's
means.
nothing dirty like that. No,
okay.
misogynistic means is a person who hates, dislikes, or mistrust women.
So women mistrusting women.
Because all I ever hear is women bashing women. I rarely.
Oh,
It kind of goes back to our one topic that we did before.
That's a
we
good
talked
one.
about
Okay.
why women don't support each other.
Each other.
And stuff like that. I mean, I think
Man.
it's just more or less about ego, pride. Women don't really like to see other women do good or succeed. So they're like, oh, you think you're doing better than me. Yeah. So they think that women who are a little more successful or well off than they are just looking down on them like.
You don't think it's more of a competition? I think it's competition for that's what I've said last time. I think it's competition for the men. You know,
But with the women are competing against each other, though.
I know, right?
For what? The same dude?
Exactly.
I think
They all mess with the same dude.
I mean-
I say this my whole life. It's this one dude that everybody want, and they all go after all of them. If you go meet a group of girls, it's this one dude they all didn't fuck.
Well, I guess that's where me and Tita
He
differ.
didn't ran
Yeah, I
through
think that's
all
where
of them.
we.
He like, y'all.
I guess that's why we don't have that issue, maybe. And
But that's how it is. I'm just saying.
I mean, in a general,
Right.
fact,
It's that
yeah.
one cat who didn't hit all of them.
Right.
one word describing crazy. That's
For
what
real,
it is.
man.
It's
That's how it
crazy.
is. It's the competition for the best.
The homie
men.
hopper.
Man, this is not a homie hopper. It's just this one dude who everybody thinks so cute.
The pretty boy.
Yeah, everybody. Oh, he cute. Or whatever he got going on. He got money, so everybody on him.
I believe it's there's a partial truthness to that. You know, there's a lot of women like competing and, you know, trying to go out with the best guy wearing the best clothes and everything.
Right.
But a lot of people are, you know, a lot of women and men are really small minded with that aspect, because beauty and looks don't last forever, you know?
Right. Like,
So, you know, they eventually phase through the day, and the older you get, and if, you know, even as you stay in shape, eat healthy, it's gonna fit away, and that's the attitude will eventually come up, you know, no matter what.
I think those women think that outside beauty lasts forever when it really and truly doesn't.
Nope.
That's a part of it.
That's like the plastic surgery. You see people putting on plastic surgery, using it for the wrong reasons, like we had before. And eventually, with time, it looks like a really bad creation of Frankenstein. You know, like it's like man, it's like it is too pretty, and then you start fixing it, and it's just
so
Frankenstein's bad.
Cardi B and Kim Kardashian.
Yes, thank you.
Don't talk about my baby Cardi B now. That's my baby.
Man, I mean,
she is bae though. Yeah,
That's bae.
that's bae.
I'm sorry, that's bae.
I have nothing against her personally. Physically, it's a different story.
That's Frankenstein.
That's Frankenstein.
Nah, that's
Both
bae.
of them.
Nah, that's bae.
The booty
The
face,
ass
I just-
the titty
thigh
face.
I just want to hug Cardi
titty
B.
ratios just
I
don't
married her,
match.
but she look good. She's good to look at.
The thing is,
It don't match. Like
Even when her
It's
teeth
just-
is messed up.
like she's
think about a deformed chicken leg.
beautiful person.
That's what these hoes look like.
Y'all being mean.
No, it's not. It's just they
That's
added.
that bullying. That's
No.
Yeah.
We're
About
doing
Cardi.
it's artificial beauty. It has nothing to do with her
Right.
physical.
You can't
She,
talk. You got what they want.
anyways,
see-
she's a very beautiful
Men don't
person, and
talk
she's
about each
very
other like
smart.
that. Not at all.
You know, a lot of
No,
people, do like, she was
We
a
don't say
stripper
nothing. You're
and
right, dude. We don't
everything.
say
And that's why-
She could have
that's the
been a
point.
stripper and everything, but she's a beautiful person. Now, society and the media says, with a little bit of a booty, you might make the J-Lo criteria, or let me add some breasts over here, or let me add some cheeks. Oh wait, no, lips, so you'll be the perfect. And now everybody wants to do the Kim Kardashian, the J-Lo, and the Cardi B.
Yeah, I just think it's
Yeah, I
competition,
don't-
man. I really do.
competition.
I just think that's the competition between them. Just why they're getting booties. It's not for us, dog.
It's not for us.
It's not for us. It's
Yeah.
it's to look better than the next girl. She did this because what's her name? The three-way girl.
Nicki
Miss
Minaj.
yeah. Three-way gangbang. Her. She did it. She did.
I'm
this.
so glad I don't know what that
I
is.
mean? So the facts that it comes from what we're seeing and what we're doing. It's not about men. Because men, we don't care.
Nah,
And then at the end of the day, you don't want somebody that looks
gonna
good
hit
though.
regardless.
Exactly.
Regardless.
Then
We're
a
not
lot of
tripping about
men
that.
do have trophy
not that
wives
shallow.
though.
So let me ask you this.
That's when you
That's
got
for
money,
sure.
you can
Yeah.
get trophies.
Yeah. That's
No, us broke brothers, we
We
take
not that
Cardi
shallow.
B
No.
got money. If she don't got money, her man has money. So she's a trophy wife side, and then she's Cardi B.
Right.
I want to tell you, I got the.
So let me ask you
in my-
this.
Okay, go ahead.
Y'all in the room with your girl or whatever, right? Go for some hair, and you done pulled the whole wig off.
Oh Lord.
This chick got some hair that's like no longer than the tip of your pinky.
We done dealing.
I'm not pulling out. Is that what you? If that's what you're asking, no. I'm not finna pull out. No. We going to still
We'll
going.
finish.
I'm gonna throw that mug in the back and
We'll
still
talk about
going.
this later. You know what I'm saying?
we talking about, I didn't know we were talking about during the boom boom. Yeah. Now I'm gonna finish my job. Now we got to sit in the kitchen and have that conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like, well, it was nice seeing you. Right.
I'm gonna be like, hey,
We're gonna call you back for
to
dinner.
myself, I like you better without the wig. That's the way I
I love
I
natural.
don't really
Yeah.
right. I like you
Yeah.
better. If you got a fade, you know what I'm saying? That's what you got, cool.
Yeah.
Hey man,
So
some
I'll
people
let
get
you
bought
borrow
that
my
fade.
brush, you know what I'm saying? It's
Don't
cool.
don't
people
you
got
gotta
to
borrow the
shit,
clippers
though,
gonna give us some edge up.
Don't try to add something that's not there.
Nah.
Then at the end of the
I'm
day,
sorry.
you wake up, you're like, ah.
Okay, so what do y'all think? What do y'all think about?
Let
Let me ask y'all
man.
What do y'all think about
Hey,
the women
it's better than the wig
who
to
do
me.
contouring? Who do the contouring? The women who do the contouring when they show the before and after photos of this is what she looked like before, and then after she done put on all this different makeup and contoured and bronzed and all this,
I don't
and she looked like
It's
a
black
totally
magic,
different
man.
I
person.
don't like that.
It's black magic.
Yeah.
It's definitely
like
black
that.
magic.
I don't mind it, but I'd
No.
rather you not wear it.
Right.
Like
Tita don't wear makeup, and I'm glad
It's too
she
hot to
don't.
wear makeup. I'm sorry.
is.
But she don't look.
Yeah.
When she
Face
does put her
gonna melt
makeup
off.
on, she don't look like a different person. You know what I mean?
But these,
I
man,
can't.
I know a girl who is a champion at it, man. She can make herself look like, you know what I'm saying? And
Oh,
she's
yeah.
she's a
False
little chubby,
advertising.
and she make herself look skinny. Like,
And then you're like, oh, you look different.
Like it's real crazy how these
man, they
women
dope,
be doing
man. They
it.
dope.
I had to give it to them from the scammers. This is a new scam,
it
you
is.
know?
I agree.
But dudes don't mind. They don't care.
No, as long as you
They-
look cute
they
and
don't
big.
care.
It's an all-day Snapchat filter.
Because
Yeah.
the dude who
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
get with her, he gonna like her. He already know that all that shit is a facade.
Yeah.
So he know once he get on and watch that shit off, is what he gonna have, and he ain't already tripping.
I hope so.
Are you gonna be scared of what you gonna get when she take it off?
Man, I mean, the
that two-face
contour
effect.
does not make you 100% better. It only make you 25% better than what you
It don't
look
change
like.
your personality.
Right.
Yeah,
It's not going to make you a better person. And it's not going to make you look that much better. It makes you look okay, and everybody trying to look like fucking Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, that's
with
an
the
alien
contour.
walking.
It's so,
At
man,
that point,
it's
like,
so-
Right.
what is your value really worth?
Like an alien.
It's
Right,
more than
it's
just
an alien
makeup at
body.
that point. Like, do you care
Right,
about?
like Alicia Keys when she came out and tried to do the whole natural.
That was
I'm not.
dope. Yes, I love that,
I'm
yeah.
not wearing makeup.
Yeah.
I'm not
She looked
putting.
good with
And
it.
she looks
did.
good.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, she still looks
Man,
good.
yeah.
Shit.
But not everybody could pull that off. Not because no disrespect to
though,
nobody,
yeah.
but
Lindsay Lohan couldn't pull that off.
But she true. That's true. Not a lot of women can pull it off.
I'm not. No,
Bullying.
he asked a serious question. We're giving serious answers. We could sugarcoat it all day, but at the end of the day, it's reality. And you know what? They could just come to Arizona, send us there for 10 minutes. It'll all come off. The glue in there, the nails.
Don't wear that stuff in Arizona.
No.
Yeah, I think though, getting back to the question though, I think though for real that it's competition between the women, and that women are a little more worried about what other women think about them. And what the influence might mean to another woman or their daughter or girl than what men may worry about what they're wearing or how they hold themselves might worry for another man. We're not really worried about that because we, as fathers, we know we can teach our sons the right way to do things.
And my daughter. I'm gonna teach my sons and my
Women
daughter, yeah.
worry more about. I'm not saying that y'all. I think it's just more of an emotional thing, and I think that we don't have that emotional connection that you guys might have to those type things, and I think it goes that deep.
So it's more like a mother nature,
Right, a mother, a
instinct.
protectional instincts. Like, this is the type women I don't want around me or around my kid or around my husband, because I think this the type women who will bring confliction or you know whatever pain to my family and to and this. And I think women are more nurturing, and so they're thinking more about those type things. And it then
So
we
it's
would
like a
think about
natural
those things.
instinct that they can feel that another
I
woman
believe
could
so.
be of harm to her
To
or
her, for family, kids, whatever. And if it's just influence, or it can go even deeper than that. But I really think that it's that women are more thinking and more thoughtful than what we are when it comes to those type things.
At the end of the other day, I just feel like we should help each other out. You know,
Right.
If it's a girls or guys, you know, guys support each other, girls support each other. You know what? You don't need that name brand. You know, you look nice. Don't overdo it. But you know, like he says, competition all over again.
Most def. Before we, I know, I don't know if Nate had another topic, but before that, I want to shout out, Tita, go ahead and shout out the fundraiser that's going to go down. Mention that real quick.
So please come out and together we can celebrate this amazing mother, sister, daughter, friend. It's going to be on Saturday, August 24th. We're raising donations. She's a beautiful person, inside and out. So we're gonna have food, fun, and family. Anyone's welcome to donations.
Yeah, she's going through cancer.
Yes, I'm not a complete witch cancer. I don't know if she wants us to discuss it. Yeah, so
cancer really sucks.
Lorena's fundraiser, softball tournament, and barbecue. Be Saturday, August 24th, Washington Park, 23rd Avenue, and Glendale in Phoenix, Arizona.
Yeah, we'll be there for that.
And we will post the picture. Hopefully, we could go right after our show.
Yeah, definitely.
If you're watching on YouTube right now, you'll see the flyer on the screen. And Tita, you mentioned the address as well. So
Yes, again, is Washington Park, 23rd Avenue, and Glendale on August 24th on Saturday.
24th, okay.
So it's the community support, you know, because we don't all go through it. Some people go through it than others. So it's good to, you know, because you could always be the one, you know, that needs help.
Right.
what's that? You have any more topics you want to chop it up with?
Just one more.
So Nate going to take over the show.
No, not purpose.
No.
But Marshawn Lynch was having practice, and one of the parents confronted him because he was using like foul language in front of the kids. He's a football player, and a lot of people who've never played the sport don't know that like those are kind of synonymous. Like you're gonna get cussed at by one of the coaches. Like if you've played football, you've been cussed at by one of the coaches. But she didn't really agree, and so I just want to know how y'all feel. Like, should you use foul language in front of kids, or should you even put your kid
It's
in
football, man. That's part of football nature.
It's nature.
When I played football, I got cussed out all day.
All day.
Even when I was like 8 years old playing football, I got cussed out. So to me, that's just
Well, to me,
regular.
it's kind of like Does the mom use foul language in front of the kid at home? Because if she does, she's kind of being a hypocrite.
Exactly.
You can't use foul language in front of your kid at home and then expect a stranger to not use foul language in front of your kids.
A lot of these people, they think that that these guys are supposed to be great role models for these kids, so they're supposed to put a foot forward that's better than the parents are putting forward. Yeah. You know, and that's what some of these parents think. And I think they're absolutely wrong. We can't expect these people to be something that we're not.
They're human.
Right. I mean, it's just ridiculous. She just...
I just think...
signed up for Marshawn.
She must not know who
You must not know who he is.
Right.
Like, I just think the parents should let the kids know that, you know, it's a game sport, you know.
The kids out there having fun.
Yeah, they're, you know, unless they're like, mommy, like, should I be upset? You know, let them know exactly, you know, this is what happens at games. Don't feel offended. Don't feel small, you know.
I seen the video.
This must have been the first time she's gone to one of the games.
I saw the video. He was saying, is there a man around or something?
Right.
Yeah. Which is, it was just,
was that sexist?
I understand it. You know what I'm saying?
because
like,
she's not
again,
supposed to confront him to put him in that situation to where he has to argue with the women, and that's how he feels. That
and I just think in front of everybody, that's kind of like, you know, like kind of going to his area, you know, like that's his throne or that's his domain. Like, you know, she could have grabbed him to the side and be like, you know what, I don't appreciate, you know.
Man, you can't come to the football field and
But,
tell somebody
I mean,
who play football how they supposed to do.
I see a novela and I start cussing my mouth off, you know. It's
I would have been like security.
He should have called security.
Right, security.
No.
Please escort her out. Man, I ain't dealing with this shit. Get the fuck out of here. I get paid too much for this shit.
For real. That was crazy video.
Yeah, that's retarded.
We'll play some of it while we're talking right there. Let's get into the word on the street news.
What's the word this week?
Yeah.
That's the word.
Me too.
Even though I ate before I got here. What I eat? I had
Daniel woke us up early.
a steak and egg burrito. I ain't gonna lie.
I was being lazy this morning.
Yeah, I told I was gonna be hungry.
Super lazy.
You're not the only one. He brought regular because I ate till like 11.
So, you know, we've been keeping up to date with the ASAP Rocky situation over there in Sweden.
ASAP.
ASAP Rocky is free and he is home. You know what I'm saying?
Daniel's happy, you know. He can go to sleep
I don't
tonight.
know.
Right?
I'm gonna be real with you. That's why I wanted to, you know, bring the update. This situation should have been broadcast as much as it had been broadcast.
It has been.
It shouldn't have been.
It shouldn't have been.
No, it shouldn't have been.
The only reason it was because
It's ASAP.
Because
Trump had to tweet some shit about it.
True.
So you know, he was. Donald Trump was on Twitter again talking about this situation. He turned. I don't know if he was trying to be a rapper on this tweet or he said ASAP Rocky released from prison on his way home to the United States from Sweden. It was a rocky week. Get home ASAP.
I hate
That should be the dumbest tweet of 2019, y'all.
Fuck both of them niggas first off.
It's like I've never heard of a president go on Twitter that way, you know? It's
Y'all
like,
know he ain't gonna do nothing but take credit.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
I
exactly
got
what
him.
he
I got him
was.
out of jail.
Yeah.
It was mine.
Why?
I did it.
I mean, they got the I think the CIA documents that was sent over there. Some paperwork that was sent over there, and that was leaked out, saying, "Oh, there might be some consequences if you don't."
If they don't do it,
and they're like,
really?
"It's not in our hands.
Right.
Whatever." You know what I'm saying? So
like it's
the
the
response,
government.
the response
Wow.
they got back, they're like, "Well, it's not in our hands. It's authorities." You know what I'm saying? They're like, "Whatever." They don't care. Donald Trump had nothing to do with ASAP getting out of jail, but
He gonna take all the credit though.
he wants all the credit. Definitely wants all the credit. ASAP did say this has been a very difficult and humbling experience. I want to thank the court for allowing me and two other guys to return home to the family and friends.
Sometimes you need
Thanks
to be
again for all
humble.
the love and support.
That's what it was.
Sometimes you need to be humble, man.
I wonder if his perspective has changed because he did that Black Lives Matter tweet, and I was like, fuck him after that. Like,
It could be. It's a wake up call for him, man.
yeah.
Could be a wake up call for him.
It
But
is.
you know, happy
For
that
some
he's
people, it is.
Yep.
happy that he's back with his family. And do what he do. Whatever. So I don't know if y'all heard this story. A man finds dead baby in the freezer of his late mother's refrigerator.
Is that his sibling or like?
So
It happened like decades ago, right?
yeah, so a large shoebox wrapped in plastic was a large group wrapped in plastic was in the family's freezer throughout that guy's childhood. Even when they moved place to place, as a child he thought it was just the mom and dad's wedding cake or something.
Mm-hmm.
He thought it was the wedding cake. So when the mom passed, he's cleaning out the stuff. He can grab a bottle of water or something. He said, "There's that box still in the dang freezer after all that time." He unwraps it and there's a baby in there. So he called authorities. They're doing their investigation. He thinks it's his older sister that was in the freezer. So that's been in there his whole life. So 37 years.
Oh my God.
There's been a box with a baby in the freezer.
How would you feel about your mama after that? Like,
yeah.
Well, she's dead. But dang.
I don't even know how to start that conversation.
Yeah, they got an autopsy getting ready to get scheduled and see.
Nobody had a
they're gonna see if they can do some DNA stuff and all that.
Man, dude.
But that was crazy, man.
Like nobody in the family did a missing.
Right. Nobody was like, "What
missing
happened to your
person."
baby?"
I'm thinking, did she have the
pregnant
baby?
and she did
Did
her
she
own
have the
abortion
baby and the
instead.
baby died or something? And
Miscarriage or something?
it's just, it was a weird situation.
Yeah, we gotta stay up on that one, man.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
we'll get some updates on that one as well. Capital One hacker caught after bragging about it online.
Oh God!
Rookie
So
That's like going to Target and shoplifting and then
taking a picture with the stolen goods.
Yeah.
posting it to Facebook.
It's like, oh, look what I got.
authorities claim the Seattle software engineer was responsible for hacking the Capital One and obtaining the personal data for over 100 million people in what appears to be one of the biggest breaches of a big bank in
He was
history.
an engineer, man. He already had
already had the skills. He already making money.
Yeah, he made decent money.
Yep. So
I
they,
guess he got bored or something.
They caught him after bragging about it online.
Somebody snitched on me.
And he snitched on himself, bro. Yeah.
If somebody he worked with saw his post and was like, "What?"
Yeah, it's now charged with 1 count of computer fraud and abuse. Capital One said on Monday, according to the FBI, they got the information. They got information on credit scores, balances, social security numbers of about 140,000 customers.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's crazy.
How do you even? That's that weird stuff. How do you even get into the system like that digging?
Well, they know how to go into the back end.
Yeah.
Well, remember a couple episodes ago we were talking about that in Florida, and they hijacked the systems, and they were like, here's the money, here's the ransom money before we can get our system.
You know what?
really?
I wonder why no one ever hacked Sally Mae and Freddie Mae. Like
loans, yeah,
the
take my
student
time.
loans. Like
Right.
out of every time there's a computer breach or anything like
it's
that,
something
nobody
made.
ever fucks with the student loans.
No.
Like, could y'all
I mean,
just go in there and just
erase.
wipe those out
Man.
for everybody?
I will take you to
Yeah.
dinner, okay?
I know Tita got a letter of the day.
Ah, man, you don't even want to know mine.
Oh, it's like I'm trying to go into this, and it's hard to go and be in school and then be paying off loans and then making a check. It's like, and then they take it all back. It's not like you could reuse a book and stuff. Every once you ask book that you open a book
Books
for
expire.
just for the code, and then you don't use the book at all. But that's a different topic that we're not gonna get into. 'Cause, man,
All right, y'all may have heard of this one. 10-year-old boy charged with assault after injuring a student during dodgeball.
Trash.
Dude, that was the dumbest story
Yes.
I read in my entire life.
He probably don't want to play dodgeball no more.
Right, so the 10-year-old boy was charged with an aggravated assault after injuring another student during a schoolyard dodgeball game. The child's mother said he was suspended, and then months later, that's when the charges came up.
Right before the new school year started.
Yeah, before the news, that's when the charges
Why they
came up.
let this dude play dodgeball?
Right, he had an issue already.
Yeah, the kid had
They
issues.
gonna let him play dodgeball,
And he
be
got
like,
a medical
Oh my God,
condition.
somebody
Yeah,
hit
he has
him.
a medical
You're
condition.
suspended.
Teachers ain't charged or held
You got
accountable
hit
for no
His
in the
mom should have been on it like, my child cannot play any sports whatsoever.
All these teachers,
Yeah.
all these administrators should be fired.
Yeah, supposedly,
They
he had some.
retarded.
He threw him at him. He got his
sorry.
nose got messed up, black eye. But still, if he had a medical condition, why are you playing? Why is the kid allowed to play?
this
dodgeball?
could have escalated
Then why
so
y'all
much
letting
more.
kids play dodgeball if someone's gonna go to jail for hitting someone
Facts, yeah.
with the ball?
If we go back in time when we were playing dodgeball, man, I would have been suspended
Oh,
for.
when I was a kid, we was trying to kill you.
Yes.
We wanted you to die.
Ball so much
Oh yeah,
wanted you
if
to
you
die.
caught that ball,
Headshots
you
were the
made
goal.
it.
Oh,
Okay,
Hey,
You was
There's no
happy
other parts
if you
we going
caught
for
one.
If you got hit in an area that did not bruise your face, it's a
Somebody
good
had got
day.
some
And if
Right.
you didn't want to get hit, you sat on the sideline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
You didn't join the game
No.
saying, "Oh, just don't hit me in the face." What?
No,
Right.
What?
That's like two fighters getting in the ring saying,
like,
"Don't
right.
touch my face."
Like,
Right.
who am I,
Keep it
Roger
easy.
Clemens? I can't aim. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to aim this. I'm just throwing.
It was a fun game. Now people are messing it up, you know?
But the charges have been dropped.
Yeah.
They have been dropped. So
I'm just
It was
sorry.
dumb.
it was
even
dumb
before-
anyway. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
I can't believe anybody would bring.
No.
And they arrested this little dude.
Because it was the white
So
kid
ridiculous,
and
man.
the black kid hit him in the face.
Yep. Now, Questlove has announced a new book titled Mixtape Potluck.
That's ridiculous.
The book is a dinner party for friends with recipes and songs that inspire.
Oh, that's dope.
It features forward from Martha Stewart and other celebrities as well. Mixtape Potluck is going to be on October 15th. It follows his last year's book, Creative Quest, and his 2016 book, Something to Food About, exploring creativity with America's most
Yeah, he
innovative
loves food.
dishes.
You can
Yeah, he
tell.
does.
Yeah,
He's got
so-
a couple books at the bookstore
Yeah,
around the
he
corner
loves-
from us.
Yeah,
He's
he loved
always
them.
on any food show. He's usually
Yeah.
He loved the Philly
visiting.
cheesesteaks too.
Yeah.
Does he?
Yeah.
He loves food, man.
Y'all watch Netflix?
Yeah, always.
Y'all watch it together as a couple? Y'all
Sometimes.
binge watch? Well, you and your girl watch Netflix together?
Yes.
We watched Netflix. Matter of fact, we were watching together last night. We were
This
watching
morning.
the show. So Netflix has established a co-watching contract with rules for couples. So you don't watch that one show without your significant other. Establish a clause for couples to undergo prior to beginning any new television show.
We both
together.
got to be there for the
How does
show.
that
Both
work?
gotta
For the show
be
to
there.
start.
It's a contract. It obligates both parties to sign with Netflix as a witness agreement. So you
Wow.
got, yeah.
How would that work though? Like, it's not gonna
either,
work.
either you have to both
put in a
sign into
password.
your accounts, or you both have to sign into a profile
Yeah.
and then show that
Yeah.
you're both there.
You have to agree. There's
You have
five
to
rules.
open both profiles.
Okay.
There's 5 rules that you have to agree on. And those rules are to include no falling asleep or getting distracted by phones.
That's good. That's a good one.
Right.
Yeah, right.
We already know that she stay on her phone. She
Ain't
ain't put her
saying
phone
nothing.
down.
Look,
I
he
plead-
looked
I
dead
plead
at
the
Tina
fifth.
like,
I'm gonna repeat the no falling asleep and no
I plead
distracted
the
by
fifth.
phone.
Right.
There's no way.
let me tell you.
No
If I
falling
used to
asleep
say-
and not getting distracted by the phone.
I get cussed out about my phone all the time. Like,
Yeah.
you
It's
always in your
it's
phone.
like he's all like, "Watch me." I'm like, "Wait, what?" He's like, "See, you weren't paying attention."
Right.
I'm like,
Wasn't paying attention.
No continuing to watch the show without the other person present.
"That's funny though."
No talking during shows and no spoilers. No talking.
But if we haven't seen the show, if we
like
haven't,
those
if
rules
it's a
are
show we
standard
haven't
anyway.
seen, how we gonna do spoilers?
I'm gonna tell you,
Yeah,
but look
and
at
if Tina don't understand, she's gonna ask, "What does that mean?"
This is a great right here. Tita asks too many questions.
Right.
I don't mind one or two, but if you can't follow what you're watching, I can't help you.
That's what the pause button's for, okay?
I'm not pausing. I'm tired of pausing. Oh, let's go back 10 seconds. No.
It's like, wait.
You
No,
pause that
follow what's
often?
going on.
No, but if it's something funny, Daniel wants to go back 20 seconds.
If it's hella funny, I'm rewinding. I want to hear it again.
And not just one time, not just
how many questions
2
you
times.
How many questions you?
I never rewind a movie when I'm watching it.
How
I
many
don't know what
times?
y'all
can't,
do.
yeah.
How many times you rewind it because you don't understand what's going on
A
yesterday?
couple times. So that's why I need somebody to be there, like, because we binge watch.
Need somebody to
Explain to
Something
me.
that
the
ain't
TV
neither one
show
of
to
us
you while
ever
you
seen.
watch it.
Yeah.
Like, if we both haven't seen it before,
Yeah, because, we agree to something that I'm not crazy about, and he's, like, kind of like, so we're kind of in the middle,
You
you
know
know?
what you should do, Tita? Just watch the movie until the end, and then at the end, ask your question.
Facts. All right, check this out, though.
I don't know, then we'll see.
So Netflix did a survey that revealed that 18% of couples have a verbal agreement about watching Netflix shows. So
18%.
they already have a verbal agreement. 18% of couples already do
not a
that.
We already do too. We
Yeah.
usually don't watch stuff.
yeah, we usually don't
without
watch.
each other.
Yeah,
And then around 4% of people believe Netflix cheating is worse than having an actual affair.
Oh, my God.
They have no lives. That's not true.
Wow. That's
Did you really watch that without me?
right.
Right.
So, Your Honor, he watched it.
Y'all's whole argument is over a show that you watched that after me. You watched it without me.
Calling Dane from work. You watched it. I thought you were off today.
And I ain't the one to gossip, so you ain't heard that from me. That was your word on the street news.
Word Word.
I plead the fifth.
So I guess we're gonna head on into this week's
for
Sister
Social. Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all singing?
They so amped today.
It's usually fun when everybody does it, but you know.
I don't do it ever.
I ain't never did.
I probably did it once.
Daniel does the whole.
I ain't gonna.
The whole snapping he did last weekend.
Man, no, but Nate's here, so we men.
Right.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. That's
we outnumbered this week.
I know.
I heard it one time on. I was like, nah, I can't do that no more, man.
So like, what are you talking about? I have never.
I know. I played that this week too when you doing it. I ain't gonna lie. Real fun.
But yes, we're trying to end our little cycle of care. So I feel
personal
like
care.
Like when we did the hair, we did the face, we did the skin, and now we want to do self-care, which a lot of people is like, oh, it's not a big deal. And this is for both guys and girls, not just for women, because guys need it too, and need it both emotionally, physically, and supportively. So
right.
So we're gonna hit a couple topics. We have the emotional, the physical, the spiritual, the practical, the social media, professional, and personal. So where do you want to hit first?
Do the spiritual first, because I'm like, what do you need spiritual for? What is that?
Spiritual
How does
self-care?
that enhance your life?
So it's like, think about like discovering what you believe in, because everybody believes in different. Like me and Daniel, we're both spiritual, but we have different beliefs.
Really?
And that's kind of when we have kids. That's gonna be our little thing that we're gonna decide, which we have our already. But
so it's gonna be a big fight, is what you're saying.
It's not that we have different beliefs. We grew up.
We were raised differently. Yeah, like he went through all the religions. I went through too.
Oh, really? Okay.
Wow.
So yeah.
Okay.
So that's creating practices.
Nation of Islam.
Wow.
Meditation and prayer. So a lot of people do the prayers every day. A lot of people pray before they eat.
Why do you don't need these things to make yourself better? I don't really understand that. I'm not going to argue with that.
Some people feel like they need that extra. I guess it's like a self-conscious thing that they think it is. Yeah. It's like, if I heard this voice in the back of my head tell me to do this, so I did it, and I knew it was God. Yeah. That's how they be. Yeah, or they knew it was whoever, And
it just depends, like we say, how you're raised and stuff. It's like, your mom raised you this way, but it's like, this is how you're growing up, and this is what you're doing new with yourself and your partner, or your new life as the adult,
It's just more of thoughts and thinking.
That's my thing, guys. That's my thing. If you can call it self-preservation, you can call it whatever you feel as though you can call it, but most people are connected to the religion or spiritual feelings or healings that their parents introduce to them.
Brainwashed.
So it's not like you go through life and you say, you know what, I've taken in life, and the spirits that came into me in life that I've gained, and through my knowledge and the path that I've taken, I feel as though these spirits work better for me.
Right.
And people aren't doing that. So it's hard for me to say that spiritual things are making life better when you're just taking a spirit or an idea that was given to you before you even knew what this idea was.
As you should.
You're not individually nothing. You're already the decision of what you're thinking spiritually.
But does it bring
was
you peace?
Already molded before you were able to even think.
Maybe it's just about peace.
Yeah, it may bring something.
It's like your mindset of peace. So what peace means to you, and
but
to yourself.
Everyone's not going through life trying to figure out what brings them peace. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Right.
I can see if you switch your religion halfway through your life and felt like Judaism, it brought me more peace than I felt that I was in when I was a Christian. So I don't think many people are doing that. They're usually keeping hold of what they were taught.
Yeah, like I said, I was raised in the Nation of Islam.
Right.
Tita's Catholic.
Christian.
I'm not Islam no more.
Right.
Tita, kind of. Right. Not
I don't go to church like I used to.
Found my own way of thinking. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
And then we have the whole mutual, like I have my beliefs of the, whatever, you know, people consider, but like spiritual, like, you know, your ancestors that passed, you know, third life, you know, your second life, you know, afterlife and all that stuff.
You
and
believe
then,
in reincarnation?
Yeah, I believe in reincarnation. And then I think it has to do with after Christianity and Catholic, you know, in our family, my grandpa, he was raised in like in an Indian reserve, so we went through that. Okay. And then we had a lot of in the after that we did a lot of you know, people with, you know, ghosts and, you know, all that,
they
you know.
believe in actual spirits, right?
So then so that kind of mixed up on that too. So
gotta say one thing.
Yes, horror.
Talk about spiritual. When Tita first moved in, I think it was when you first moved in.
Yes.
It was around Halloween, and Tita didn't put some food on the counter. Right.
I knew he was gonna hit the subject.
She go downstairs. I'm thinking it's for me.
Right.
I done ate the food, right? And I left her a plate because I thought the other plate was for her. Right. I ate the food and went back down.
Was
the
it
next
an
day,
offering?
It was an offering. And I was like, well, you should have said you was offering stuff up in there because you
so I'm not
just
gonna
come over.
We do
the Dia de los Muertos, you know. I'm not gonna give him a little signature plate, like a you know, like a little biscuit plate, and have food, and let's just leave it there. Just, you know, go ahead and pick it up right in front of the TV altar, you know. And he's like, you know, I come back and I'm like, oh shit! Like they actually came this time, you know.
Like they came. Like, yeah, she was like,
I'm like, Mom, and she's like, that's never happened before. You should. So I'm bringing sage around the house. I'm like, oh, you know, I love my ancestors, but you know, I'm like, I haven't been the best in my person, I think. So I'm like, I'm gonna burn some sage. Cause you know they will spank me in the afterlife.
And Daniel to sit over here and ate all the food.
And then Daniel was like, "What's going on?" And I'm like, "The plates are gone." He's like, "Oh yeah, I left you some." And I'm like, "I still away." I was like, "Oh my god."
You should have said something before you started doing it.
But the thing, and then again, Daniel didn't know, like, you know, like, you know, a couple things, the cultural difference, and you know, he's seen it on TV. People, you know, dressing up as, you know, as a, you know, calaveras, having the sugar
Coco,
skulls,
right.
you know, in the, you know, Coco movie now and everything. But yeah, this was years ago. Yeah. That was interesting.
My bad though. I was just wondering on that.
No.
You keep on your story. My bad.
But yeah, but like, you know, so we have our different spirituals, you know, and then like I'm a big believer in, like, you know, like she said, afterlife, you know, and like, you know, reincarnation, and you know, like a lot of people say the Holy Ghost. I believe in that too. So it's like, you know, everybody has their religion's points and stuff. Yeah. Go ahead and say it, bro.
Jeff said you can't invite spirits over the house and kick them out.
I don't think I have a choice if they want to stay. I ain't kicking nobody out. You guys
that's exactly what she did.
Just don't come
like here, take the sage, get out.
Just leave.
Yeah. Just get out.
Don't go in my room, okay? You have everything.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm gonna invite y'all in. Here's this food. Y'all come on in and eat this. Oh shit! They really can't.
Yeah,
y'all get the fuck out.
That was the first.
Like,
I was like,
"Oh, this is real." He said, "Oh, this
like,
is real."
I'm like, Nana. I was like, "Oh my god." Yeah. She'd be mad because I burned it too. You know. But yeah.
What else we got on?
So we have personal, self-care. Social. We could do social media now that, you know, this whole era is kind of revolves around.
Girl, my ass stay on social media. I stay scrolling through Facebook. Like, hold on, wait. He'll be over there asking me like, "What you over there doing?" And I'll be like, scrolling through Facebook, like, and I don't like. I just scroll and just read. I just scroll and read statuses all day. Be like, boring.
Daniel's always saying, I post, I tag you in something. I'm like, all right, you know, and I'm still like kind of going through it, and I'll go in there for like 10, 15 minutes, and then I'm off, you know, and I get home and I'm going on Netflix. When I have some time extra at work, I have my little, you know, episodes loaded that he don't watch, you know. So I'll be, you know, at work like that. So I really don't like go into the media that way, you know. Yeah. But Daniel, he likes posting stuff, and I'm really.
He always asks me like, how am I on my phone playing a video game, scrolling through Facebook.
She's a multitasker.
I'm watching the TV too.
That's a good trait. That's a good trait. You know, if she could do it all.
You're like, you don't be paying half, you don't pay no attention to nothing that's going on.
You're doing 3 things. That means it's 3 things you're not doing well.
That's true though. That's a good point.
That's all it is. You're not winning your game, you're losing. You're half-ass reading the post on Facebook, and you don't know what the fuck's going on in the movie. That's why you're asking me what happened. Because you ain't paying attention.
I'm sure I was like, what happened?
Right.
Can you go back? Can you rewind that?
He's like, this we don't rewind in my house.
Rewind the shit.
No, that's what Daniel says.
He
We
said
don't
he
rewind in my house.
He'd be
What's
like,
the
no.
benefits of social media, though?
So benefits of social media, which I meant, like, you know, if you post something about, new job or, having a bad day, support your one another,
Sometimes,
your friend, your neighbor. If it's bullshit, say, you know what, you support them, by being a real person. You know what? I don't agree with you, but, go ahead and post what you want, which they still will,
Right.
But, watch out, watch for your other, like, a lot of stuff I don't really get, So sometimes I'll post and things like, put that down right now. Like, that's not mean what you think it means. And I'm like, and then he'll explain to him like, oh, crap. Like, oops. Like, for example, misogynistic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I would have been like, and I'm like, oh, I'm like, oh, Daniel's been kinky today. He wanted, man, what's it again? Misogynistic.
They got stuck on that for a
And I was like, but yeah, like, there's things in the media that you have to support one another, by some positive,
Kind of like
negative.
the groups that be on Facebook for like support groups.
Like support groups, kind of just watch what you post, if you're having a good day,
positive vibes.
Say, good job, hun, on the new job.
Definitely.
You got an A in your 12-page essay, which took 5
months to write.
Yeah, like, especially when you're, when you don't save it or the lights just go out, for no damn reason.
Yeah.
You don't save the PowerPoint on the last 20th slide. And you're one dial up back then, it's a bad day, So after you're done, your spouse says, you know what, she did a great job on her PowerPoint, she finally fixed it all, it came out good. Right. So you support your significant other on social media, but that's what it's supposed to be for. But
I'm doing this study on social media and the impact it has on people's mental health,
really?
And it's like it's really scary because a lot of people don't really pay attention to it, or they think it doesn't have that big of an effect on them.
It
but
definitely does.
It definitely does.
Nice.
It makes you depressed.
Yes,
yeah, it does.
definitely.
Well, y'all be Nate and Dib be starting fights.
Yeah.
Y'all be starting fights.
This is what we call healthy fights. But it's good though.
Y'all known for starting fights.
Right. Entertainment,
Look, I could just pick through one of his his posts the other day and being black on Phoenix.
Oh, y'all
On
in that post?
Wednesday.
Okay,
I was like,
On Wednesday, he was like,
I get my alerts on Dib too, so
"Would you date an atheist?"
yeah.
That was you?
Yeah.
That was you? Okay, bet. That was a good one.
Hold on, wait. Today's Saturday, right?
Yeah.
It's almost 200 comments strong, and it's still going.
Dang.
Like,
what you write?
It was a simple post.
it was just something
Would you date
simple,
an
like,
atheist?
would you
Yeah.
date an atheist?
That's
Oh.
Yeah.
Or could you date someone that has a different religion
religion.
than you have?
That stuff. Why not?
Yeah.
Most people would like no though.
Yeah, some
would
people,
like no. They can't handle that, man.
The differences in
They don't
the
want to
beliefs.
be taught anything new. They don't want to have to think outside of the box.
Nope.
Not at all.
They want to conform to what they're used to conforming to, and that's it. If anything's outside of that, you're not normal. That's
scary, bro.
Get that.
Like I
away
said, I don't know if we're going back over there, but I love the fact that Tita was raised Catholic,
Right.
and I was raised Nation. It's just I asked her questions, she asked me questions,
Right.
and we just learn stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
That's what life's supposed to be about.
Yeah, and so for some people it's hard because a lot of people were raised like, generation after generation after generation. So when you're out of the, the zinc, it's like, so it's kind of like a lot of people take that as, instead of saying, oh, well, let's try it, People's like, oh no, my mom would kill me if I date somebody that's outside,
Right.
That's so crazy. Yes.
Yeah.
That's annoying too.
Yeah.
But I guess that's another subject that we could add for our next show, because that's
That
takes a lot of
definitely-
time. Yeah. So let's see. We did spiritual, we did social, we could do personal. It's just like the basics of like taking care of yourself. You know what? You want to watch that movie, even though it's going to be a little bit more money that you're going to spend.
Like different hobbies and stuff.
Yeah, like different hobbies. Investing in, if you like to paint, right? Draw.
If you like painting, go
yeah.
out and go to Hobby Lobby and buy you some acrylic paints and some canvases
definitely.
and some brushes. And
I know
what you need
money's
to do.
tight sometimes, but you know what? That little bit that you put into yourself, whichever it could be from something basic,
and it can be only 5 minutes,
Yeah.
10 minutes,
yeah,
30
I think
minutes.
a lot of mothers mothers, especially single mothers, need to listen to that.
That's a good
because I think too much they get into the. I know it's.
I don't have time for myself.
Number one, but you need to make yourself important sometimes also.
Yeah, you do.
Right.
And if you need to figure out a hobby or something that's for you, and it's not just have to be about your kid your whole life. You have to do things
Me time.
for you. You have
And
to.
And I'm sorry.
Men need me time
Oh,
too.
definitely,
So
Everybody
definitely.
does.
So it's kind of like
You have to.
Yeah, I appreciate you giving my me time. Again, for real.
Everybody
I
needs
get
it.
about 5 hours of me time.
He does.
That's good.
And
man.
if he wants to call me, he calls me. If he don't, it's
If
like,
you don't,
and it's like, we always, I'll text him, sometimes around, but it's like, I don't enjoy me time, but it feels good to have if it's an hour or so, it feels good, And I'm sorry to say,
look, I'll go in the other room. He'll be in there playing his video game.
Yeah.
I'm in there like, look,
That's the
I'm in
music.
here. I'm binge watching this. This is. And he's like, you still in here watching this shit?
sometimes they get worried, like, you good?
And I done put on. Look, I'm telling you, I will go through Netflix and I will find a show that already has at least 3 seasons or more,
Definitely.
and I will binge watch every episode
Or
Of all seasons.
binge watch episodes that you
in like a
already watched.
weekend while he's sitting there playing his video game. I'll be like, bloop, this is me for the day. I'm lazy.
I've watched ER 50 times since it.
It's the same shit over and over.
Yeah.
That's Tita.
It's something that I
have a
enjoy,
problem.
and it's like I'll watch the whole. I'll try to
I'm
watch
not
the whole
watching that
season,
again.
and then I'll
Right.
watch the next one. And everybody has their thing, like mystery, a lot like people like horror, like sci-fi, I love zombies, but I will watch it at night.
You don't watch the zombies at
Oh
night?
hell no! I said
Scary like that, dude.
living with this guy. No, okay. Have you seen the pranks?
Oh,
No.
tell about the shower I did. Yeah,
So I'm taking a shower. I take my time in the shower. I recognize I have long hair. Okay, it's not easy. So I'm taking it, and I'm like I have my music and stuff.
I was waiting for you.
He wasn't even planning it. I started I was almost done, so I turned off the water. I squeezed the water from my hair. I grabbed my towel and I opened the blinds, the shower curtain. As soon as I opened it, he's standing right there.
Hurry up.
No noise, no Tita, are you almost done? Nothing. I hear the music
I
play.
got one for you, Tina.
Holy crap! I went pale for 5 seconds. I swear to God, I was like,
Look,
Is you done yet?
right after we moved into our new place, right? I got off work early the next day to go finish turning the keys and all that stuff. I get in the shower. I took me a bubble bath and I'm in the shower rinsing off whatever.
right.
Eyes closed, no attention to nothing
you're
that's
not
going on.
expecting
Look,
anything.
I don't even have music playing in the back. I had no music. I'm just enjoying the quiet. It's just me.
Right.
Boom.
Oh my God, no.
You
When I tell you, he scared the living shit out of me. He scared the.
we got to do that.
Yeah.
I couldn't get out the shower fast enough. I was so scared.
Did he go back and forth or something?
No, he did it and just walked off and went into the other room. It was just like, all right.
Once I do it, I'm good.
He got his fix, so he's like, I'm done for the day.
Good, right.
Wow,
I got what I came for.
that's just wrong. No, I have music.
They got a
playing
good laugh
for a
out of it,
reason.
too, like-
of course, no, they usually do. Because you're not expecting. But if you go in the shower when they're in there, oh no.
Oh man, look, let me tell you. I will go in there and
Whatever.
cups of water.
Yeah, we had a cup of water for a little while.
What? That's
'Cause I got-
cold-blooded.
'cause I got her one time. She in the shower and I was like, hey. And while she was talking, I poured a whole cup of water on top of her head.
That's cold blooded.
Then she gonna get me
God.
the next time.
Y'all bring a couple of
Yeah.
water in there.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
throw a big cold cup of water on top of each other.
Ice cold cups of water. Over the
to take
shower,
that
over
one.
your
That's
head,
a
like,
good one.
boom,
Use
here you go.
I ain't did that. I ain't did that.
I ain't did that either. I'm gonna use that one.
I might, but I ain't gonna do that.
It's like last call. Gosh.
We over here giving them ideas, but
Yep. I'm gonna be dead. But yeah, let's.
But yeah, that was good for us.
So
self-care.
like I said, there's a lot of self-care. So you find your thing that works for you. Take care of yourself, and take care of
definitely. So we're gonna go ahead and get into this week's middle of the week.
Yeah.
This week we got turkey Salisbury steak.
Okay.
Turkey Salisbury steak. So what you want to do? Definitely different. You want to get you some ground turkey. Okay. The recipe calls for about a pound and a half. Okay. So you can mix the recipe however you feel for
whatever
just the
works
two of
for
you. Right. You, 4 people, 6 people, add, subtract, whatever you need to do.
Right. Okay.
But you can take your ground beef or ground turkey, and then I leave the egg out because he doesn't like the taste of the egg in the mixture, so I don't really use it. But it calls for ground mustard, garlic salt, teaspoon of ketchup. Okay. You want to throw some breadcrumbs in there and some Worcestershire sauce. The recipe also calls for like chopped onions and garlic and stuff to go in there. Right. You can also, if you want to, you can add some cheese or spinach into the burgers, into the mixture. Right.
Okay. Good.
But once you do that, you form your little patties like you would some regular burgers. Cook them in the pan with some olive oil or some canola oil or something like that. Okay. Just not vegetable oil because it's gross. And it's not really that good for you anyway.
So canola oil is better than vegetable oil?
Definitely.
Without the soybean oil because that has a little taste to it, right? A lot of people,
or you can do peanut oil or something. Yeah. Whatever different type of oil you like.
Whatever works for you.
Whatever cooking oil you like to cook.
I didn't know about that. I thought vegetable oil was better. Okay.
Yeah, me too.
I learned something there.
And then if you want, you can add into some chopped up mushrooms into your burger and make your burgers with it. But you do that and then make your burgers, brown your burgers, set them aside, and in the same pan, you don't wash out the pan when you take the burgers out. Okay. Just leave everything the way it is. You want to throw in some onions and some mushrooms. Well, I'll leave the onions out because we don't really eat onions like that. Right. So, saute your mushrooms and your onions and your garlic or whatever to make your gravy.
Okay.
So you're gonna make a mushroom. It's gonna be a mushroom type of gravy.
Okay, I get you. Okay.
So when you do that, and then you get your gravy all going, you're gonna put the burgers back into the gravy, and put the gravy over top. Spoon it over top of it. Let it simmer for a little bit.
Definitely not helping my hunger situation.
Mine either. My stomach is over here growling.
It's like
I'm over here in my head putting it together.
Me too.
Adding it up with
right, like, and then you can serve it with some mashed potatoes and some corn on the cob, or asparagus, spinach, whatever vegetable you like, broccoli, peas,
whatever works for your side.
Yeah. Right, whatever side dishes that you like. But I would definitely do as like your starch, mashed potatoes, get that hearty, healthy,
string beans or something,
and to bring it all together.
Sounds good.
And you know how like they do it on the movies and in the shows, they put the little dip in the mashed potatoes where the gravy sits. Yeah, it just sits right there in that one little spot. That one little.
Oh, this just drizzles there.
Yep, and then for garnish you could parsley, Italian, whatever, little garnish on top.
I've never thought about burger with gravy before.
Did y'all have those tacos from last week?
No, we didn't have those.
We had
those
tacos.
man.
We're gonna, we might do that because we're gonna do tacos tomorrow.
Yeah, we did those tacos, man.
Tacos was bomb.
The sauce was cool, and they was cool, man.
It was bomb.
Yeah, you should try it, man. The sauce is it has a little tang to it.
Yeah, it does.
A little twang.
But you could control the tang, right?
Yeah, you're making
that.
What I did was I added just a smidge too much garlic to the sauce.
Right.
That's what gave it that tang.
Twang,
yeah, that's what it was. It was a little bit too much garlic and just a pinch too much cilantro.
Definitely easy.
But it still was good. I like it.
Basically, like all of the recipes that Aisha brings to the table, they're all, very customizable, interchangeable. You could always,
add, subtract.
You could double the recipe. You could divide the recipe if it's just the two of you, or if it's just one person.
Right.
You substitute your meats for, your vegan, So, but that sounds very good.
Yeah, man.
That sounds very good. With the mashed potatoes.
Definitely. Yeah. And see, I'm not really a big mushroom. I don't really like mushrooms like that. So.
But with the gravy,
you cooking this on the stove on the pan?
Yeah, this is
pan fry, right?
This is stovetop. Yeah.
Stovetop.
Is this your own recipe or this one that I could Google?
I got this off Pinterest, homie.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So I'm about to. That's
He's
tonight.
he's like,
Look,
I don't have time for tomorrow morning and look at
almost all of my recipes that I do come off Pinterest.
Pinterest is dope though. Yeah.
It is.
I live on
He got
Pinterest.
his phone out already.
I have almost 400 recipes.
He's already
on Pinterest
down.
alone.
I'm missing
That's what the middle of the
something.
week does to you, brother.
When he came in yesterday, because like when I do there's this dish that I do where it's like it's a hash brown casserole pretty much, and it calls for cream of mushroom. I usually do a can of cream of mushroom, and every time I make it with the can of mushroom, he'd be like, "This is nasty. You should always make your cream of mushroom fresh."
Right.
So I found a cream of mushroom recipe, and I found a cream of chicken recipe.
Ooh.
Look, I'm telling you, them recipes look so simple. So simple.
Right.
And
People
cheaper.
act like they can't get these things without cans. When you can do these things fresh,
And it's cheaper.
That's what
And
all
it's
these
better for you because you know
contaminated
what
cans
you
with
put
all
in
these
it.
How long they been sitting?
preservatives in them, man.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
shit
'cause
You don't know how
like
long
the
those cans been sitting on the
Exactly.
shelf.
is good for you, man. This shit is not good for you.
I made my own tomato sauce.
Oh, he did make his own tomato sauce.
That's dope,
Or
man.
You have to give me that recipe for the tomato
When
sauce.
our friend was over, you know,
We
he
could do
makes
some
the
turkey
shells
spaghetti
and
with that.
she's like, oh,
I did it with the shells.
what kind of sauce is this? And Daniel's like, oh, it's Daniel sauce. So she's looking at
Daniel
it,
sauce, that's
Daniel sauce, and she's like
trying to look
how
it
do you
up.
spell it? And I'm like, no, he made his own sauce.
Oh, that's dope.
And she's like, what?
Man, one of my homegirls, man, her grandmother, she passed away. She used to make the best sauce. She used to call it gravy because she was for real Italian.
Right.
She used to call it gravy, and oh my goodness,
Man,
Really?
dog, you would knock everybody out for this shit, G.
dude, look,
See?
she had a baby
Man.
shower, right? And we call her grandma. So grandma was like, "Y'all coming over? I'm making gravy.
Right.
We'll be there."
It's like, yep.
That was all the words that she had to say. I'm making gravy, and we was there.
So we will
every
be
time.
there.
Look,
Oh man.
we walked in, and grandma pulled the gravy out the refrigerator. Here y'all go. We get first dibs on it.
Oh man.
She would straight up give us first dibs on it. Like, here y'all go.
Meatballs in there, big fat meatballs she would make, man, with some veal and
It was veal, pork, and beef.
She would mix them, man. Holy shit, man.
Man, I'm not crazy about veal, but you guys make it sound good.
Grandma,
I
was
gained
bomb.
5 pounds already.
grandma wasn't playing.
Especially Thanksgiving and Christmas. That's when she always really made
I
it.
miss
Really?
her. I miss her.
I'm hungry.
We should move on.
We're gonna go on into the lean perspective this week.
Yes.
What you got for us this week?
Well, I want to talk about what's going on today. In Walmart in El Paso, 20 people look like they've been shot and killed. It looked like the gentleman, this crazy deranged person, has used AK-47 to shoot up people. So it's still information coming out on what's going on there. But right now, for sure, they know that 20 people are confirmed dead. They said the guy was going through shooting every aisle by aisle, is what they were saying. Walmart has been a big component for guns and having guns in there.
They still
aisles.
sell guns.
Yeah.
Right, and we already had that situation where the one gentleman was killed because he was walking around the store with the gun, and the police officer just came in and just shot him.
Right.
So I mean, I don't know when they're gonna learn what they need to do about these guns, man. I mean.
Gun control is serious.
Man,
Right.
dude, I mean, it's so ridiculous, dog. I mean, we just had the other one in California this weekend where he went and he shot up, what was it,
The festival.
three kids in festival, yep.
Was
He
he
had an
18
AK-47 variant style gun.
Was that 18 years old or something like that?
Yeah, I think he
Oh,
was
he
a
was 18?
teenager. Yeah, he was a
How old
teenager.
was this guy?
This guy in El Paso, I don't think they've released all that information yet.
They haven't
who
even
it was.
released his name
No,
yet, have
they
they?
have not.
No.
They haven't released too much information with the gentleman in El Paso. It's just that what I've seen is that he did kill himself. He did have an AK, that he purchased in Nevada and brought over to California. And this is the argument what I have with people all the time, where when the people who advocate for no gun laws, they say that, well, Chicago, look at all the gun laws they have. California, they have all the gun laws. It's not helping them. And I tell these idiots, dude,
Next door has guns.
the next state has laws. You just drive over to the next state.
You just drive across the border.
It's California an island?
Yeah.
No. Like, dog, if the next state has lax laws, this state laws doesn't mean anything.
Right.
It doesn't hold you. No one is keeping you from bringing that across the border.
At all.
No one is going to. It's not even a crime.
At all.
So how can we really enforce the laws of a state when the next 3-4 states have less lax laws than this state does? Right. It doesn't matter. In Chicago, they got Indiana right next to them, and Missouri, and Iowa. Very lax laws. It doesn't matter what Chicago does. They're gonna have issues with guns because
you could purchase them legally in the next state or the next county or the next
from
city.
Indiana, they bring them to Chicago and sell them to them.
Yeah.
Or you could. I purchased my gun in Nevada. I moved to California. I didn't re-register my guns in California like I should have.
Right.
Nobody does, and it's not a crime to not do that either.
Oh,
Right.
Okay.
Ain't no one's getting arrested for not registering their guns that they brought from Nevada to California. They're not checking.
It's not like a car registry. Like it's not like when you do your registration, you come from Washington and you move to Arizona and
Because
you have to
no
register your car in
You
that
should.
state.
You should.
It should be like that, but it's not.
There's nobody enforcing the law saying that
Right.
you have to do these
That's
Right.
things.
that should be happening right there.
Right. There's a lot of things that should be happening that's not.
Right.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying? And that's why so many people get shot.
Right.
So
But a lot of people also don't agree with those ideas either, nor do they agree with those solutions, and they think that you just gonna take
that's
my
going to
guns
hinder
away.
them getting their hands on a gun,
Right.
when they think that they need a gun in a situation they
When
need.
it's like 50 guns per person in America.
Right. You're going to get it. If
Did you ever think there would be like kid bulletproof backpacks?
Well, they're selling them now.
I know that's how bad it's
Yeah,
gotten.
right.
That's
So,
trash.
yeah,
It's scary though.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you
People are
really,
okay with this.
Yes.
And you would think that the people in America, we was so
Pretty
scary
soon these little
that we
kids gonna
wouldn't
have to
be
wear
okay with
bulletproof
this.
vests
That's trash.
to school, and that's sad.
Honestly, if we get to that point, my child's gonna be wearing a headgear,
Exactly.
everything. All main arteries will be covered,
Why they even send them to public school if it comes
might
to
as well
this
teach
point?
them at
Just
home,
teach them
yeah.
at home.
Right, you might as well just
It's
homeschool.
over. Just homeschool.
Like one of our friends from
But then at that
SDR,
point, the
she
kid is
does
losing
homeschool.
something from
He's
being
using
homeschooled.
social- he's using
Right, because
social activity. He's
you're not
using-
getting that social stimulation from the other
And he's
kids.
definitely going to be sexually inept because every kid that's homeschooled has shown that they have social ineptness from being homeschooled.
Because you're isolated from everybody all the time.
Yeah.
They are isolated. They do not get the social skills. Regardless, yes, public school is bad, but regardless of what, you're still going to have to go into this real world.
You need a mixture of
And even at your
stuff
job,
that,
the hierarchy is set up.
Exactly.
You know the hierarchy with a job. When you get there, you know the leaders, you know the losers.
Exactly.
It don't matter what goes on. And if you don't find out where you fit in fast, you're gonna have issues in life.
Exactly.
And that's the thing that these people are missing out because they get out into the real world and they don't know the hierarchy of life, and they lost. But that's another one anyway.
That's a good one.
But in Arizona, wrong way driving fatality so far
Oh, that's so consistent.
has already
What's up
passed
with that?
2018. I don't know what's going on.
I never heard that
Wasn't
before
there,
until
like-
I moved out here. People driving the wrong
I never
on the
heard of that
freeway.
either till I
don't
came
know,
out
man.
here.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. But
How many were there this week? Like 5?
There was 3 this week. As I'm
Like,
reading.
I see signs on the freeway on the
Wait.
wrong way and stuff.
Yeah,
My
they
question-
even put lights up on the freeway to let you know if you're going the wrong way
That's
now.
crazy. I ain't
I'm
never
asking,
heard
are
nothing
these
like that.
people the ones that get into accidents?
get
Are
up
they usually
there?
from this town? Are they from other countries?
I think they're. Oh yeah, are they older too? Like what's?
Are they
man,
like
it's-
from the UK that drive, do drive or
On
what
the
is it?
opposite side
Yeah.
of the road.
Like I would understand people that come from other countries that, come here and drive on the opposite side of the road.
They shouldn't even
But it's
drive.
like-
man.
It's not them,
But even
though.
them, it's like I
It's
see
not-
people coming
it's
all the
not
time,
them.
They're American.
Right. It happens all the time out here. And that's the reason.
From what I'm looking at, the statistics, it looks like, there's been 32 wrong way driving collisions and 70 DUI arrests statewide. So it's looking like most of these are involving alcohol.
Yeah.
And the person is trying to get home.
You that drunk?
They're drunk and they've made a wrong turn on the highway. And it's easy to get turned around on these highways out here because there's so many highways. There's so much highways coming from these streets. And when you're drunk, dude,
Damn.
All the highways look the same.
right. And they shouldn't be driving. and you know they're making the mistakes, but it looks like from where it's coming from, it is mostly from drinking, man. Damn. And drinking and combining these cars is a big problem. And
as Nate take a sip of his bottle,
right? The special juice.
Long as he
got it in the bag too.
Hey, long as he handles it, who cares?
No, that's something else. That's
but the thing is, your limits. When
exactly.
you
gotta know when to
try.
say when.
Hey.
If you go out party for the weekend, don't expect to drink a couple of drinks.
Yeah. Call it Uber or
and then
something.
exactly.
How you not know your limits? I don't understand.
There's no way you don't know your limits.
Shouldn't you find out what your alcohol limits are by the time you're like
People are
21?
testing their limits.
Exactly.
22?
People
Basically.
they test themselves. They think they could do it.
No,
You're supposed to know all right, I drank too much last night, I threw up. I know when
I know.
and the older you get, I'm sorry, but age has to do
your
with
tolerance
that too.
level
I
decreases
wish it was
for it.
age. Just people will be 50, 60 still making the same mistakes.
That's
were
true.
making in
That's
their 20s.
very
Their addiction is a motherfucker.
It is.
And you just
And everybody
you're
has
not
their
in
own
your right
addictions.
state of mind, man.
Everybody has their own addictions, and everybody has their own, realities.
Vices,
But a lot of people don't see it.
So Phoenix police now to record when officers point their guns.
I like that.
Soon as they point their guns, the camera's supposed to automatically
start?
come on.
It should be on the
and
federal
start doing
law.
It should be on all the time.
Yeah, Chicago is already doing this because of their racist history that they had and all the issues that they had. So they are already doing this. So now we're gonna have Phoenix police doing it because of their problems they've been having, shooting everybody. So a lot of them are skeptical of the idea. They don't really think it's gonna work. Most of the officers are against it. Of course. So the policy will go into effect August 19th, following mandatory training for the officers.
So that's just in a couple weeks.
Yeah, that's dope.
Definitely. Yeah.
That's something we could look forward to.
Definitely.
Seeing how the data turns out.
Sad that it had to come to
Exactly.
that, but but
we got to do what we
That's
got to do,
something
man.
we'll do
And I think it's from people standing up too, and and fighting against them, and going into the town halls and screaming and telling people we want change.
Yes.
I'm not saying that this is the only step that needs to be taken, but at least
It is a
It's a
step.
step.
a step, toward the
But
wrong
it feels
direction.
good to start something that's positive that we've looked into.
Like you can see that there's some type of
Yeah.
progress trying to be
Definitely.
made.
Definitely.
Definitely.
I'm going to talk about two more things real fast. I want to talk about the housing crisis because Phoenix facing a potential affordable housing crisis. I've been talking about this a lot lately because people can't afford the housing that's coming up. Rent is $1,400 for most new developments that's coming out, and most people can't afford to pay that.
That's a lot of money.
And $250,000 is the average medium home. That's up 97% since 2011. So I mean, they're trying to price people out of Phoenix right now, man. And
So they're trying to do kind of like what Silicon Valley did.
with San Francisco and all these other cities, is gentrification, and especially downtown with all the new sky rises, they're definitely pricing people out. And it's changed the whole downtown landscape. You go down there, it's totally different.
It doesn't look like anything like it looked like 10 years ago.
Definitely.
I just
So
don't understand
basically,
that.
the prices of houses going up after the housing market went down that couple of years.
Well, the housing market, I think it started recovering after like 2008. Okay. So after the recovery, Phoenix recovered pretty well. We were hit pretty hard by that.
We got hit hard.
Definitely. But we've been recovering pretty well since. And prices has just been going up and up and up and up, and it's going to be a crash. It can't just keep going like this.
Yeah, that's
I think so far the rent rates for Arizona have gone up like almost 7% this year.
Yeah, that's what it was. It's 7%.
Yeah, I know. I remember my landlord tried to raise me up crazy. I was like, hold on a second, man. You're going too much. You know what I'm saying? You can't just jump up like that.
You negotiated,
man.
I had to negotiate with
Damn,
him.
okay.
Because
Yeah,
it
man.
was like, hell no.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
How you go from this to all the way
All
like
the way up.
this?
Yeah,
Nah.
because that's what everyone else is doing.
Yeah.
I just don't understand all that money that they're investing into a nice place and everything. There's a lot of things to be fixed around, they don't
update any of the
sewer
apartment
system and
complexes.
Well, that's up to the city. That's not up to the individual contractors.
But
or
it's like
people
all that
who
money.
build in the-
Basically, like I get if it's like the areas like you say like downtown and stuff, but not everybody has money like that.
they don't. They don't.
Retirement, isn't like it used to be. Dental, vision,
No, you
all that
can't
stuff's
afford to
going
retire.
down.
We see people 70, 80 years old.
Yeah,
They still
exactly.
working.
Back
Social
then, people,
Security,
the retirement money they used to buy a nice, little house by the beach. Back then, now you can't do that stuff.
Well, I mean, just like we were talking about last week, where people they're fighting against raising wages. Yeah. We have to realize, people, we have to stand together on these things.
Because if our income went up,
our income has to rise.
Right.
They rising their prices on everything.
Yeah. A gallon of milk now is $3.
Everything going up. So
and don't forget, if you have like some type of lactose problem, that milk $5.
That's like $2 more just because of that.
And lastly, I want to say that Elizabeth Warren was here talking about her immigration plans and what she wants to do for immigration. You may want to look up into and get into more into what she was thinking and what she was saying, so you could read up on the candidates that's coming up for this year. She has a couple different ideas. She had about 3,000 people out there in Tempe when she came out, so she did okay. And look out for a Netflix docu-series on I think it's Chinle High School basketball team in Arizona. Okay. It's about some natives, some hooping out there in Tuba City.
Okay, yeah.
And check out their little docu-series on Netflix they have going on them hooping and stuff. I saw that story and I wanted to make sure that I shout them out.
Definitely love these little. Yeah, that's what's up.
Some little local docu-series and made it all the way to Netflix.
36 minutes from Phoenix to get up to Tuba City.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and they up there hooping, man. They love basketball on some natives.
Let's go.
Yeah, check them out on Netflix.
Yeah.
All right, that's
we'll
the
have to check
perspective
that out
for this week.
I want to ask y'all, what y'all think about that the audio that was released on Ronald Reagan talking to who was he talking to?
He was talking to Nixon. I wasn't surprised at all, man.
The monkey.
Yeah, I'm not surprised, man.
I'm not. Who would be surprised?
Ain't Ronald Reagan the same person with that
the crack?
With the drugs and all that.
Yeah,
the war on drugs. Yeah.
So that just brings them more the connection to me.
Yeah, he fought while saying
that just shows
say no.
That,
he was putting coke in the
everything that was talked about.
Shows how corrupt it is.
When they had those conversations, they was recorded.
Yeah.
Little by little, bits and pieces of those conversations, they're starting to be declassified.
Yeah.
As years go on, the older things get, the easier it is for it to become declassified.
One thing I always want to say, I like to say about government is, to me, government isn't one entity, and people have to don't think that way.
Right, because everybody has to sign off on it.
A whole bunch of individuals trying to get power.
A committee. Yeah.
And you got to think about anything with power and anything when people trying to claw their way to the top. We all know it's going to be filled with corruption. We all know that people are going to do whatever the fuck they got to do to get to the top. And that's what it is.
It's
you know what I'm saying? And some people think that it's just one group and it's the government, they try. No, man.
Yeah.
The government is a whole bunch of individual motherfuckers trying to get to where they got to get. They will be cutthroat, scandalous, do what they got to do to get where they got to get.
That's just like if me and you brought together 50 people together. I brought 25, you brought 25. That's enough for us to try to go seek whatever we trying to go do. Like, that's what people don't really understand is if you have more than 2-3 people, you got a group, you got a committee, you got this.
And there's power in those numbers.
Exactly.
And then these people
power in numbers.
They have individual power, then that group becomes more powerful. So it matters, those things matter, and people take away their power because they want to be anti-government and saying that the government is doing this, they're doing that. Yeah, the government makes wrong moves when the wrong people are put into the wrong places. Yeah. And we don't pay attention to who get put where. We can't really say or be mad about the fucking decisions they make because we didn't have anything to do or say about who was put in that position. And that's what the people who complain about who got voted in or who won or who didn't win and didn't vote.
But those people that complain, they didn't vote. They don't have any. If you don't vote,
cannot talk about politics if you don't vote. Right. If you don't talk. That's annoying as hell.
Always been. You gotta vote, man.
No.
Yes. Make your word be sound. If you got 15 people who all think alike, y'all 15 go vote. Y'all made it. Y'all made something. Now individually, no.
Yes.
Individually, no one is nothing, but you have to be
collectively
vote or shut the fuck up.
I did told me to shut the fuck up last election because I told him why I didn't vote, and he told you can't say nothing. You done. Yeah. He said I have to vote.
No
excuse. I have to vote now.
Right? Sure. But it's true though. A lot of people have their little 2 cents, and it's like, how did you contribute to all this? You know,
Right.
but if you didn't
This
contribute,
is hard,
it's
man.
like.
I'm telling you.
The people
The
try to
last
discourage
election
you
was
from
so
it.
hard.
Yeah,
That's how they
definitely.
do.
They're all every year somebody new is gonna come up and they're gonna say the bad and the good. That
It's always
this
going to be
is gonna
something
come up.
about. It's
Every
always
year.
going to be something
No matter
about
what.
each person or each candidate that
exactly.
you don't like.
Yeah.
You know it's perfect.
No one's perfect. Exactly.
No one is perfect.
No
And they say,
one.
"Oh, the next president's not gonna be as bad." That's what they said about Bush, and look at Trump. Like,
I'll be quiet. You didn't vote either.
I don't vote. This is why
You didn't
I
vote last
let
time.
Div talk about politics. Basic and
Right.
simple.
It's just like this. People have two things in common: opinions and assholes.
Yeah,
Everybody has one.
everybody.
We all have one.
Everybody. That's the two things everybody in this entire world
Everybody.
have in common.
Right.
Your opinion and your asshole.
The basic two truths of
Of life.
Yeah, it's like,
And
there's no
you
simple thing
you
to
have
do
to
that way.
decipher whether or not you're going to agree or disagree or take part or allow this to be a part of your decision making and apply it to your life. You are the main decider of what gets applied to your life and how you interpret those things and how you put them back out.
Definitely.
Right.
For sure.
Most definitely.
All right.
This was a dope show, y'all.
Yeah.
Man, we had our first guest,
Yay.
Nate over there.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Oh,
thanks for
Man,
having me.
hey,
Thank you for having me.
tell them, appreciate you being our guest co-host. Tell them how to follow you, man, on social medias, all that.
Black Gatsby Media on all social media platforms: Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook. It's Black Gatsby Media all across the board.
Most definitely.
And on Support District Radio, you can find me.
Most definitely. You already know, like, drop a like on the
Or
Daniel
share.
and oh yeah, and share that DanYo&Tita podcast Facebook page. We should
Drop
be
us a voicemail.
We need to be. What that phone at?
We should be at 1,000.
We need to be at 1,000
Yeah.
in the next 2 weeks.
We almost there, man.
Yeah, we almost there. I think we got like
It's only
7
been a couple
something.
months and we almost there.
I wasn't expecting it to go so fast, but it's going pretty
Yeah.
good. Like, you know,
I
it's
don't
a
care.
good rate. But you know, we enjoy the voicemails. Like, you guys have to just keep leaving them. You know.
What's the phone number? 492-3417.
The phone number again, because I don't know about heart.
602-492-3417. If you want to
Call,
leave that
leave a
voicemail,
voicemail.
leave us a topic, leave us your thoughts, your opinions. If
Drop them
anything
likes,
we can
man.
do better.
On that Facebook page, man.
Yeah.
We at
Stop
769 likes right now.
Yes,
All right, we getting there.
We almost at that 1,000.
Oh,
Yeah.
Do that by the end of
Yourself
the
to
year.
get on up there.
Yeah, we'll be there. We'll be there.
Most
We'll
definitely.
definitely
All right.
get there.
For sure.
Drop them likes, man. Stop playing. You know, you can follow us. What we got, the Twitter, DanYo&Tita, Instagram, DanYo&Tita. What you got into?
Tita and
You can follow me at Daniel Hoya, Facebook, personal page.
Tita Ramos Hoya on Facebook.
You don't even be setting people's friend requests. Go ahead.
I don't accept people that I don't know. Okay, unless you message me, then we're cool. You know.
Right. But now I'm on Instagram at Aisharia. Same thing on
Dipline
Twitter.
on everything.
Yeah, man, on everything.
Dibley on. That should be
He's
a
straight
That's that
across the
slogan.
board.
That's
I
that
like
slogan.
that. It's like
I have to
Dibley
think about
on
my
everything.
names. Like I got different display names on all my
On all
social
of them,
media,
yeah,
so I'm
see.
like, hold on, wait. Which
Drop
one I
them
wanna give
likes,
out
man.
today?
And don't forget to share. It's the DanYo&Tita podcast. We out.
Holla holla.
Yes.
Next week.
Yeah. Check. Word on the street, Daniel got him beat. Followed by the lean perspective of dip clean. Ay, we got the facts, relax and kick back. Aisha&Tita got the sister social on tap. Let's get it. Say this is it. Now turn it up. Hit the bell, subscribe. You know what's up. Hotter than Arizona summers when the fan blow. Now welcome our hosts. It's Tita and Danyo. Whoa.